Hello everyone, I am the Xenoc, and this is my Let's Play of Resident Evil 0. So, along with Tomb Raider 2 and the original Sonic the Hedgehog games for the Genesis, one of the games I grew up with was the original Resident Evil, the very first OG one, and including several of its re-releases, all of which I own actually, including the original, the director's cut, and I think a different version of the director's cut. The one that came with like the Resident Evil 2 demo, which I bought specifically to get the demo, even though I had the actual Resident Evil 2 game itself, because at the time I had a Game Genie and I wanted to use it to access like secret areas just so I could see, just because there was this huge long Game Genie code or whatever that you could input into the game to access areas that weren't finished or that were very, very different from the original release, because Resident Evil 2 went through a lot of changes before it finally became the complete game that it was. And it kind of amazes me to this day that they re-released Resident Evil 1 in an HD version for the GameCube, which I think along with the more unique Resident Evil 0. And for the GameCube of all systems, the GameCube, like combat to cut down on the gore, the people at Capcom decided to release a Resident Evil game for. It's like it'd be like the Saw series deciding to sell themselves to Disney. It doesn't make much sense to me, but then again, I guess it doesn't have to. Anyway, I don't know where that came from. Oh boy. But anyway, Resident Evil 0 and the HD remaster of the first game is both available on Steam, which I bought. So, and that's what I'll be playing. And we'll get things started. Oh, jeez, I feel like my face decided just to stop up or something. Spiffy. Okay. I know I got all the bonus content, I think, for this game, which I think just includes a bunch of costume packs. Actually, let me double check my Steam page, and yeah. Costume packs 1 through 4, woo! Whoop-de-doo. Anyway. Options! I prefer wide. Midnight, home theater. Yeah, let's do home theater. I wonder what the difference between... doesn't matter. I never like having BGM at full. I always like making sure I can actually hear people who are talking. As much as I like music, sometimes I can hear the music far better than I can the voices. And I'm using an Xbox style controller, except for the direction pads on the left side are switched, which I prefer because I tend to prefer the PlayStation style. Just monitors that. Okay. Can't get it any dimmer. This is fine. spiffy. Get the resolution higher, probably, but this is the default, and I tend to like having it being windowed. Just so I can access things outside if I need to. Okay. However high I can get it. I know my little laptop here isn't exactly the most powerful computer, but, you know, I try to get away with whatever I can. Alright. Normal.
Resident Evil 0.
I just did all this. That seems fine.
A Midwestern town in America, Raccoon City. A solitary island far off in the sea, Rockfort Island. An island that would become the second Raccoon City, Sheena Island.
Huh?
There are still many unanswered questions about these seemingly unrelated yet intensely traumatic events. Though it is believed that the international enterprise umbrella was somehow involved, little is known as to the origin of this faceless corporation. When was it established? By whom? And how was the T-virus created? To uncover the truth, we must delve deeper into the events which transpired in the beginning, before the mansion incident.
Do you think so too?
Yeah.
Do about it.
Hold off for a while.
I wonder how those are react to this.
Well, a god choir and being standing alone on the mountaintop. That's never a good thing. Ooh. I remember reading about this game, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. Although I do remember the name Lisa Trevor.
It began as a simple investigation of some bizarre murders in the suburbs of Raccoon City. Nothing in our training could ever have prepared us for the nightmare that ensued. We never stood a chance.
Why didn't Rebecca Chambers become more of a thing in later games? As much as I like Leon and the Redfields, I feel like we should have gotten more from her.
Check the current position and investigate the surrounding area.
She's a pretty great character, too. I like her.
Captain, look! Captain!
What happened?
Court order for transportation. Prisoner Billy Cohen, ex-lieutenant, 26 years old. Court-martialed and sentenced to death July 22nd. Prisoner is to be transferred to the Regathon base for execution.
Those poor soldiers. They were good men just doing their jobs, and that scum murdered them and escaped.
All right, everyone, let's separate and survey the area. Our friend is brutal and ruthless. Keep your guard up.
Yeah, he probably wasn't murdered. Those soldiers probably weren't murdered by the escapee.
A train. So we have Chris Red. So that's very similar to Chris Redfield, only 6 spaces. A mixing set. Ooh. So she has like even her own. No. Get out. Yeah, this is going to be some learning. I literally have not opened this game up even to look at it until just now. I don't have a partner yet. Player's manual. Well, I should probably take a look at this. Let's see. Proceed. Oh, like on my keyboard. Oh, it switches through like when I was playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse. It'll switch whatever control I'm using. Fair enough. Press X during play to view the status screen. It allows you to equip weapons, use items, view maps, view files, leave items behind, and so forth. Blue room. Current location, green room. Visited locations, no color. Locations not yet visited. Red door locked. Oh, okay. Blue room is my current location. Green room is visited locations. No color are locations not yet visited, but like I assume I know them already because I might have found a map or something. Because I imagine they wouldn't even put a door I put down. But anyway, red door locked, yellow door unlocked. Thunderstorm. Viewing the map, you can view the item list by pressing A. Types of items left behind, locations of items left behind. Okay, so they don't just disappear if I go into a different room. And it tells me where I left the item. That is extremely useful. Because it also means I could probably leave items in a particular room and then come back for them unrepeated, even if it's not a save room or a lockbox, perhaps. Here's L. I assume that means the control pad? Okay, that's not really any different. Use A into waist-high surfaces. You can also climb onto movable objects. Weapon, quick turn. Press B while holding back. Okay.
let me see if I can examine this. Nope. Ah, here we go. Yeah, this has been a long time since I played a Resident Evil game. And it does it exactly like the original Resident Evil. One thing I didn't like about Resident Evil 2 is that it... I really like being able to turn... look closely at weapons like this and turn it around, and I thought that was really cool. And then they took that out for Resident Evil 2. I like how it even... You know, I wonder if someone has actually looked at that and tried to ring it up to see if it actually rings up as something. Luger high-power bullet for handguns. Now I have to read that caution. Oh, I can't read it from here. It's probably nonsense anyway. Short Owen 2-shot high velocity standard classic. Look at the detail they put on these things. Cool. No, it's okay. Put it back. Done looking at it. Okay, so that was the quick switch. That was the aim. So yeah, unlike a lot of the games I've been playing recently, I'm also trying to decide if I want to bother using a strategy guide. But for a game like this, I think it would be better to not do that. I'm honestly curious as to why, though, they decided to go with the pre-rendered backgrounds instead of... I honestly anticipated that it would be more like Code Veronica, PlayStation 2 game, which honestly should be... Which honestly I would have thought would have been the true Resident Evil 4. But it seems to be an underappreciated gem, I think. But Resident Evil 4 is a great game. I mean, Resident Evil 4 is a great game, but Code Veronica is also excellent. But yeah, they kind of got the best of the both worlds by having... they didn't have pre-rendered backgrounds. It was all rendered. But they...
This is Officer Chambers from STARS Bravo team. Please identify yourself. Is someone there?
The government has announced that uncommon, but as of 2 years ago, when a similar contract with us, the local government stepped in and took over.
Oh. No. Stay down. You are a bad zombie. Why did the sound effects stop? Right. Nope. Crap. Seems my laptop is having a bit of a hard time handling this. Okay. Maybe you need to start... What is anti-aliasing? sincerely hope this doesn't become a thing.
What just happened? I thought they were dead.
None of them are the red zombies. Yeah, I can see that my laptop seems to be having a difficult time with this. Well, not too difficult. Maybe I can lower the textures or something. Surprise, surprise, I happen to be on a train. Oh, yeah, let's just go low. You know, I just realized something too. I probably should have set this up a little bit better on my, here, let me, fix something. One moment. Center. Yeah, I should have done this, like, way sooner. So, stretch to screen, fit to screen. I wonder what the difference is. You know what? It's fine. Actually, I need to do something else too. I had another program running, and maybe this will help. All right. We're good. Notice too much of a difference. Nope, don't do that. Ah! There we go. That's the button I was looking for. Ah, there's a sight for sore eyes. Yes, please. Ooh, you can just use it right out of the... Could that do that in Code Veronica? I don't remember. They look like some kind of eggs. Puddle of slime formed around them. Well, they're a part of the pre-rendered background, so antique style phone. The line has been cut, rendering it useless. Of course. Oh, this is lovely. Well, this might explain what happened to a lot of the bodies, because that was clearly not all the passengers down there. I do not have nearly enough bullets. Through the window, you see a broken ladder. I hear you. are back up. Yep, that is all of them. Time to go. Dang it! Go, 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 go. No. Off, off. No, 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 no. Okay. 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 Well, that definitely introduced the idea that the zombies aren't necessarily going to stay down like they were in the first game. And I only have, yeah. This actually reminds me of a bit of a game I played for the PlayStation called Martian Gothic. I really enjoyed that game. It was basically Resident Evil on Mars, which they did fairly well, except with an even smaller budget, which I appreciated. So, some more bullets would be appreciated. July 14th. Orders came from the boss today. Looks like we're in charge of investigating the remains of the Arklay Mountains laboratory. We're moving in 2 groups. The initial group is assigned to start checking what's left of the abandoned experiment. July 16th. Unfortunately, the test production of BOW type Y139 had to be suspended because of this investigation. It's the same with the type Y139. It's the same type with Y139. There's still so much we don't know about responses to the crustacean T virus. There's a lot of interesting research left. Depending on the species and nurturing conditions, only minute doses of T bring about remarkable changes in solidity, size, multiplication of internal toxins, and brain development. If these effects can be controlled, a powerful weapon could be produced. With the sudden development of the shell results in the corresponding fragility, certain areas become exceedingly weak. Problematically, one of these areas is the head carapace. This lab we're going to, were they pursuing the same research? It would definitely help to find data and samples that would help us with our research. The day is finally approaching. I'm growing more anxious. The Raccoon City newspapers and TV stations are full of reports about the bizarre murders in the suburbs. It can't be the virus, can it? If it is... No. Can't think about that now. I have to concentrate on the investigation and make sure it goes smoothly. Well, it appears to not have made it. Well, at least he had some bullets on him. God, I miss this game. Yes, please. Oh, that's what I was looking at before. I was trying to look at this Oh, look at... Okay, there's nothing, I guess, to look at. Fair enough. Why does this train look like it was from the 1940s? A safe room! And another ink ribbon. Okay. Another green herb. Yes, please. I don't consider any of you valuable until I have a red one. Investigation orders. Stained with blood, some sections are illegible. 8 miles north of Raccoon City, in the Arklay Mountains, lies our company's management training facility. It was shut down years ago. Now we are conducting a preliminary study into the reopening of the facilities. First investigation unit are already on site. In opening the investigation, I want your team to provide support. The following orders are William Birkin and First Investigation Unit. The rest is torn and unreadable. Nothing substantial. Nothing I didn't learn from playing the other games. Although this should be rather important, considering she didn't play any of those games. Let's see how many. 4 ink ribbons. I am in caution. And I'm so used to having that giant crate where I can store all my items. I'll just hang on to them for the moment. You know what? No, I should save. This is my first time playing through this game. I shouldn't feel bad about going overboard with the saving. Just 20, eh? Great thing is that I can have some good replay value. But anyway, I think now's a good point to stop the episode, and we'll pick up where we left off. No, stay paused. Okay. Definitely not used to having a mouse able to interact with these things, but anyways, I was saying, take care everyone, hope to see you next time, take care, and goodbye.